Hello, welcome. Thank you all so much for joining me here. My name is Charity, and this message is for Libra. So in this reading, we're going to be looking at the energies of how the person who is on your mind is feeling about you right now. What they're thinking about you, what they like best about you in this connection, what they don't like as much, their hopes, fears, what's likely to happen, what they're likely to do next, and any advice Spirit has for you. For the main cards of the reading, I'll be using the Mystical Manga Tarot by Ran and Barbara Moore, and if clarifiers are needed, the Fortune Telling Tarot Deck by Yoshitaka Amano. So let's get started. Spirit, what is the heart of the matter? What is the person connected to or coming towards Libra thinking about them right now? What are they feeling? What are they feeling in their heart space? What do they like best about Libra and this connection with them? What do they like best? And what don't they like as much? What are their highest hopes when it comes to this connection? And what are their deepest fears? What are their deepest fears? Now we're going to get 3 cards for what's likely to happen, what they're likely to do next, and any advice Spirit has for you. I'm going to lay these cards face down over here, and we will look at them together at the end. We do have the 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and look at what is peeking out. We've got the Empress energy there, Libra energy specifically for me, and Taurus as a reader for this Empress, though different people read it differently. Pisces for that 10 of Cups. These are beautiful energies on the bottom of the deck. The way I read bottom of the deck energies, specifically in a love reading, if you're looking at somebody's cards, it's things that they're feeling, it's things that they know, it's energies that are affecting the whole entire reading, but maybe they haven't fully explored these energies yet. Maybe they haven't really, expressed it. It's like there's still more to unfold. There could be definitely somebody thinking about you, having a lot of feelings. And I mean, this energy is like a pretty strong connection. Somebody that could feel like, like the one that you want to be with. And I always get that, from 10 of Cups, I get that energy of somebody who feels like home, somebody who feels like family. And when you really are with somebody for a long time, you can't imagine your life without them. They do feel like home to you. And when you meet somebody or you know somebody and you have that feeling, even if you barely know them, even if it's just beginning to unfold, you have that sense like there's something about this person that I could just be happy to see them like all the time. And so there are a lot of feelings there. But once again, maybe they haven't fully taken that chance to really explore this. It almost feels like it's all kind of bubbling up from under the surface, like they're having these realizations. What they're thinking overall about you and this connection is the King of Wands. Sagittarius energy could be significant. Aries and Leo as well, though I do read the Kings as the mutable signs, kind of like the traditional Rider-Waite style. But really, it's the energy that is most important here. And this is somebody who could be very attracted to you, feeling more confident by the moment, really, because this is a confident energy. This is somebody who takes initiative, takes action, could be wanting to do or say, something to really show you how interested they are. They could be extremely attracted to you. There could be a lot of chemistry. They could also be seeing you as somebody who's very interesting and charismatic and just fun to be around. With this King of Wands being what they're thinking, there definitely could be something that they're wanting to do to express what they are feeling. Maybe something they've never said before, maybe something they've never done before. But I love the King of Wands because unlike the Knight of Wands, which I also like for many reasons, the Knight of Wands takes initiative, takes action, wants to come rushing in, but doesn't always, have that emotional or maturity to kind of see things through. When the King of Wands comes in, it's an energy of somebody who's given some real thought to this. If they are going to take some sort of action, they have what it takes to back it up and follow through. Maybe this person has even been waiting for the right moment so that they can feel more sure and can feel more confident that if they take initiative and make a move, that they are going to be able to follow through. But with this being what is in this person's mind, they could be feeling like that in a way maybe they hadn't felt in the past. what they're feeling in their heart space is the Queen of Cups. I do have to say this is incredibly positive energy for the heart space. Cancer energy for me as a reader, because I do read the Queens as cardinal, but Scorpio and Pisces energy as well. Now, with this Queen of Cups, this is somebody whose heart is open. I do have to say it's incredibly positive when it comes to, like, this is the cups placement, the heart placement, the love placement of the reading, where you really get into the emotions and the feels. And sometimes if I see swords in this area, it's like somebody's overthinking their emotions. Or if you see wands in this placement, like it's all heat but no real, heart to it. But the Queen of, Cups is one of the most powerful love cards in the tarot. There is so much heart. This is somebody who's open. This is somebody who is ready to come forward from a place of feeling ready to express what is in their heart. Now, sometimes I do feel like the Queen of Cups thinks very deeply about things, but hasn't made that statement, hasn't spoken up yet necessarily about what they're feeling, because it could be somebody who's really exploring their feelings, thinking, about you. A lot of intuitive and psychic energy, and we do have the High Priestess hanging out, so there could be a lot of picking up on each other's energy here. But with this is somebody who is definitely holding you in their heart space. They have a place that they have, it's like just saved for you. Like, that's the energy of this, that they really can't, imagine not doing something to say or express what is in their heart, because that is just such a powerful card in that exact placement. In what they like best about you, we have the Ace of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, because it is swords, so it's definitely your energy. But when I see this, it's like, if you are clear to the point, if you set your intentions and you just go for what it is you want, you have that integrity and clarity, that is what they really like about you. I feel like they could feel like you are somebody that just doesn't mess around. You get right to the point. You speak what, is on your mind, and, when the time feels right, when the moment is right, and they admire that. They admire how forthright, maybe how determined you are, how logical, because there's a lot of logic with the swords. I feel like, because it is like a thoughts energy, this is somebody who likes thinking about you quite a lot, especially if they're attracted to you. Clearly they've got feelings, opening up their heart here with this Queen of Cups energy, and giving a lot of serious thought, maybe, like I said, to the next step, the next move. And I'm going to go ahead and get a clarifier, because they like thinking about you so much. But what is it this person is thinking? Spirit, why do we have the Ace of Swords, and what this person likes best about Libra? Six of Cups. Oh my goodness. King of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Gemini energy could be significant. Of course, it's swords, so Aquarius and Libra as well. This can be somebody who thinks about you quite a lot. Now, at times, this King of Swords is not one who to necessarily wear their heart on their sleeve. It can be somebody who's kind of logical, even like a little bit on the serious side. But look, that's on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like they're giving a lot of thought to this. They also feel like they could be a real match for your energy. But look at what came out with the Ace of Swords, the Six of Cups. With this King of Swords, now that can be somebody, who's all logic, but maybe doesn't necessarily show their softer side, even if they feel very deeply. But the Six of Cups, it is somebody showing their softer side. It is somebody who is willing to say or do something to show you how they're truly feeling. I feel like the Six of Cups, it can be like a strong soul connection. It can be somebody that just feels right. Now, this can also be somebody who's thinking about you. If you're dealing with like a no contact or something like that, in some cases, some of you are, because we have a little bit of quiet energy. Of course, many of you are not. But if you're dealing with maybe somebody you've known for a bit, or maybe somebody you haven't talked to in a little bit, in some cases, with the Ace of Swords and the Six of Cups, is this person thinking about you, wanting to talk, wanting to reach out, feeling like there's just something about you that's different from anyone else. Scorpio energy for this Six of Cups could be significant here, but this is definitely somebody who is thinking about you quite a lot, and they do feel like, once again, there's something about this connection that is just different from anything else. What they don't like as much is the High Priestess. Virgo, Cancer, Pisces energy, for me specifically as a reader, quiet. Something is quiet. Now, they could be thinking and feeling a lot of things intuitively that maybe they're questioning a little bit, because this is very intuitive, but to show up in the challenge placement, maybe if there is a lack of communication, or maybe if somebody has been quiet, or maybe they just aren't talking, specifically about what is in their heart. It almost has this person thinking, is this wishful thinking? Am I making things up? Am I just, imagining? Or is this really real? But with a Six of Cups here, it's like, even though there is some sort of quiet, or there's some things that just haven't been said, person is thinking very deeply all about this, there is this sense that there's something about the two of you. There's something worth exploring. There's something that feels like home. And there's something that no matter, I feel like where they go or what happens, or, anything that goes between the two of you, with that Six of Cups energy, you still feel like their person, like that person that, like once again, with that Empress energy, could just be the one. Now, their highest hopes are the Nine of Cups. Pisces energy, again, could be significant, but this is somebody who's wishing and hoping. This is somebody that is hoping that their dearest wishes when it comes to you could come true, could happen. I do feel like the Nine of Cups, it is really beautiful energy, because we did see that Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck. And that Ten of Cups is sharing, and it's emotional fulfillment. It's sharing that happiness. It's sharing that love with somebody else. It's, taking things to the next level, really beginning to explore the potential of what a life even could look like together, a relationship, things like that. But with the Nine of Cups, it is that energy you kind of need to find independently. Well, you definitely need to find independently. To be able to share it with somebody else, you do have to hold it within yourself. And so this is somebody who could be finding their, finding a little bit of happiness independently on their own. And it's a really good place to be, because when you feel good on your own, then you don't bring like codependency, or you don't bring like neediness, or you don't bring like that sense of like, oh, I have to be with you kind of energy. It's like, hey, I'm in a good place, you're in a good place, let's see what we can do together. Let's see what can happen. It's so much more lighthearted. It's so much more positive when both people get centered, in themselves. And this could be somebody who's really finding their center, but definitely wishing and hoping for something with you. And let's go ahead and see. Now that maybe they have, found themselves a little bit, there's clearly something. And we had, oh my goodness, the Six of Wands and the Sun come out. We also have on the bottom of the deck the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Cups. Scorpio energy for me as a reader. I read the Knights as fixed, Rider-Waite style. With the Wheel of Fortune, personally for me, I get a lot of Sagittarius from this. Some people read the fixed signs, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. Could all be significant, but this is somebody who is definitely with these energies, it was like on the bottom of the deck, but they were just jumping out. Like it didn't jump out of the deck, but it was like it wanted to be seen. I do feel like there are some deeper feelings. There's definitely some emotions that this person really does want to explore, wants a chance, wants to see where it can go. Now, this is major arcana with the Wheel of Fortune. This is when the universe comes in and spins the wheel and makes something happen. We have the Nine of Cups clarified by the Six of Wands in reverse and the Sun. Leo energy in both of these cards could be significant, but I do have to say, in some cases, somebody could be missing you, could be longing for you, but maybe even a little bit nervous that they might not see you, or you might not return, because the Six of Wands is can be somebody who's still kind of out there. Maybe there has been a disagreement or a difficulty. Maybe somebody's just out there fighting their personal battles, or maybe, something happened between the two of you. Maybe some communication, went awry. Maybe somebody got quiet. With the Six of Wands, this is somebody that is holding back a little bit, because they might be waiting to see if you're going to show up, if you're going to come forward, or if there's a sign that you are interested, that you are coming towards them. It's almost like they want to come towards you, but they're kind of holding themselves back. But But we have the Sun. So it's almost like what they're wishing and hoping for, in some cases, really is if you're going to take that step. And with the Nine of Cups and the Sun, they do feel like the two of you could be very happy together. They do feel like this really could be something. And when the Sun shows up in a reading, anywhere in the reading, it shines like a warmth and a light on everything. I mean, this is good news in both of these cards. It's wishes coming true. But in some cases, somebody could be holding back from coming forward. Might even feel like, could even be feeling like they're not sure if you want to hear from them or talk to them, or if you feel the same. But if you were to come into their world, like, it would be like a wish come true. Now, I know we're all dealing with different things. Sometimes these things are flip-flopped. You always have to take it as it resonates for you, but I just have to read the cards as they come out. Their deepest fears are the Devil energy. Capricorn energy could be significant, but I feel like this is somebody that definitely doesn't want to be tangled up in something toxic, something stressful, something traumatic. They don't want to be caught up in something. If there has been, difficulty or some sort of clash or stress or something between the two of you, they could be being quiet because they're not really sure, exactly what's going on, how to move forward. I think that they are feeling this connection very strong. Whenever you get the Devil energy, there can be a lot of physical attraction. There can be a lot of heat. There can be a lot of chemistry. Could even be somebody obsessing, but it's in their fears. It's like they don't want this just to be a hope or an obsession or just a one-sided attraction or something like that. They also don't want to get stuck in anything that is codependent. And I do feel like that is the energy of somebody who has taken some time to get things settled in themselves. And if they're going to move forward, they want it to be, positive. They want it to be two people coming from a really good place. And I feel like you want that too. They don't want it to be like a clingy, needy, like obsessive kind of connection, which honestly is a really healthy place to be. They want it to be happy. They want it to be open, and they want it to move forward in a really good way. So I do have to say, I like the way, these energies are showing up. I think we all have hopes, we all have fears, but what it really comes down to is action. What is somebody going to say? What are they going to do? So that is what we're going to look at potentially next. So what is likely to happen? Queen of Wands. Interesting. Aries energy for me as I read the Queens as cardinal. Leo and Sagittarius as well, of course. Now, the Queen of Wands is very spontaneous. It is somebody who takes initiative. It is somebody who listens to their heart, listens to their intuition, and just goes for it. It is somebody who is very passionate, somebody who is very confident. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with this Queen of Wands. This really could just be somebody who is like, what? I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Maybe things have been quiet. Maybe there was a difficulty. Maybe they were even holding back, waiting for a sign. But with the Queen of Wands, it's so spontaneous. It's like this is somebody who is just wanting to take that chance. We have the Ace of Cups clarifying the Queen of Wands. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy could be significant, but I do have to say somebody could just want to have a conversation, because Wands, they are about communication. They are about taking initiative. Could be wanting to have a conversation about this because there are feelings. Now, with this Ace of Cups, for some of you, if you did leave behind some sort of situation because there was a lot of stress and drama, because if you're not talking to somebody because it's somebody you don't want to talk to, you're open and you're ready for new, you could have some new coming forward quicker than you think, especially with me recording this during Aries season still. It could be like any moment, because aces can be something completely new. Now, many of you are dealing with a connection with somebody. You know exactly who it is. You know who's on your mind. And you are wanting to know a little bit more about how they feel. With the Ace of Cups coming up, this is somebody who definitely has feelings. This is somebody who absolutely wants to make an offer. And maybe they had held back for whatever reasons. Maybe they just had some toxic stuff from their past they had to sort out, and get over and done with, so that they weren't bringing it, those fears and those doubts into this connection, because the Ace of Cups is a new start. It's a fresh start. It is a new beginning. It is somebody making that offer that can lead to this beautiful 10 of Cups energy. I do feel like there's going to be a conversation, because I do feel like the Queen of Wands can be a very talkative energy at times. There is going to be a conversation about feelings here. So what are they likely to do? The Star. Okay, this is really good. I honestly like this a lot. Aquarius energy could be significant, but I definitely saw throughout the course of this reading that this is somebody, who has been through some things that have maybe made them doubt, connections, maybe made them doubt themselves. I do feel like in some cases there has been some quiet, maybe there has been some miscommunication, but regardless of all of that, this is somebody who feels the connection to you. With the Six of Cups, they feel it all the time. With the Sun, it's like when they think about you, they smile. There's something about you that makes them happy. Now with the Star, it is somebody who's had to sort some things out. Has to maybe had found themselves. Maybe they were dealing with something, that was keeping them stuck or keeping them frustrated, and it's like they don't want to see potential connections from that, from that perspective. Like, you don't have to be like, whatever that last situation or last person, or maybe even other things in their life that have been, stressful. You don't have to be like that, but it's so normal for us when we have an experience to have those little nervous things kind of creep up. Even if we're dealing with somebody completely different, we'll still have those things, and it's because this person is still kind of healing from something. The Star energy is somebody who is finding themselves, and it's really, really beautiful because the Star comes after the Tower, and the Tower is a breakdown of karmic things. And the Star is somebody who is rising. Maybe they have been through some breakups, maybe they've been through some shakeups in their life, and maybe you have too, because I feel like in connections we tend to attract in somebody who can be mirroring things that we've been through because they're in a similar vibration and we're drawing them in. So maybe you've been through your share of things too, and you're really finding yourself in the process as well. But I do feel like this is somebody who has maybe been wishing and hoping with this Nine of Cups and the Star. It's a lot of wishing and hoping kind of energy that realizes, you know what, it's time to stop wishing. It's time to just take initiative. It's time to recognize, my value and step forward and really see what can happen here. So I do feel like they've been finding themselves in the process, and it's somebody who is so much more open to their feelings, open to love, because they have like found some, some truth within themselves after the things that they've been through. So what is your advice? King of Swords. Interesting, because earlier we saw the King of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Gemini energy, as I said before, but of course Aquarius and Libra, very significant here as well. But the King of Swords, it's interesting, Queen of Swords is specifically Libra energy because queens are cardinal, but the King of Swords sets intentions. The King of Swords is very clear, very focused, very determined, is the kind of person, that knows what it is that they want, and it is somebody who is going to follow through. There's a lot of determination here, but your guides are saying above and beyond anything else, worrying about what anybody else is thinking or feeling or what's coming up, anything like that. Think about what it is that you really want, what it is that you desire to have an experience in your life. You don't have to put a name on it. You don't have to put a face on it. What does the right relationship feel like? Think about that. Set that in your mind and get into the feeling of that. And it works like magic, where the whole universe, when you get into the feeling and get really clear about what it is that beyond anything else is really right for you, you get into the feeling of that, and it's like you line up with all your guides, angel, divine, everything that is working for you for your highest good. You get into those feelings of those things that you truly know in your heart are right for you, and you line up with that energy, and everything begins to flow. It begins to flow a little easier, but setting intentions here is definitely key. But I do have to say, you definitely have somebody. You don't get the Sun, the Six of Cups, the Ace of Cups. You don't have somebody that's specifically coming towards you or thinking about you. It can be a strong soul connection, but it is, the moment is now. I do feel like there's a sense about, this time to leave the past in the past, have a fresh start, have a new beginning, and really begin to explore this connection from where you are now. So that is a message that I have for you. I do hope that something in here spoke to everyone who was guided to this reading. If you enjoyed the reading, I'd love you to put a like on it. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love if you would. Sorry, if you hear my dog in the background, he's dreaming. He's making a lot of noise. If Arthur, Sorry. He's oh my goodness, he's funny. Okay. If you would like to connect with me on a more personal level, my Patreon is open. So I have a chat there where I share some like behind the scenes things, pictures of, stuff going on through the week. I share bonus content. I just did a big series on the eclipses. I'm also talking more and more about my personal life and things like that. If you're curious about some of my stories and my journey, and we do love readings and readings for new moon, full moon, all sorts of things all month long. If you're interested, check out my Patreon. I love you guys. And once again, my apologies for my dog squeaking over there. He is dreaming. So thank you all again so much. And I will talk to you very soon.